How difficult is the challenge of facing Real Sociedad in tomorrow's match, considering that they haven't lost in their last 5 games?
It has always been difficult to play against Real Sociedad. In addition, they are currently in good form. This is a Copa del Rey semifinal, so it's an important match, and it will be a tough one. It will undoubtedly be a very competitive and evenly matched game. So it will be an entertaining match for everyone, and on our side, we want to continue with our good momentum.
We know that Mbappé has had some issues due to a tooth extraction. Do you think he has a chance to play in tomorrow's match? Could Endrick play as his replacement?
Mbappé will travel with us for tomorrow's match, although he was unable to train today due to the tooth issue. He will travel tomorrow with the rest of his teammates, and everyone has the possibility of playing in the match.
What do you think about La Liga president Javier Tebas is calling Real Madrid a crybaby club?
Personally, I think Tebas talks too much about Real Madrid. Since I've been here, he has spoken out many times. And what stands out the most from his words is that he continuously disrespects millions of Real Madrid fans. I believe there are more important issues to talk about in Spanish football. And I think a league president should focus more on solving the problems within Spain's football league.
How are you handling the current situation with Arda Güler? What do you ask of him? Perhaps more patience or more effort? Or does the player himself ask you what he needs to do to play?
Any player who has a question can come to my office to talk to me. I speak daily with him as well as with Endrick and all the young players. I read in the newspapers that they say there is a problem with Guler, but this problem has not reached me. He continues to work hard, and of course he wants to play just like everyone else. But this is a process that all young players at Real Madrid must go through. Players like Rodrigo, Vinicius, and Valverde also had to go through this process. Everyone needs time to integrate into the best squad in the world. We have to remember that there are players on this team with a very high level, and the internal competition is fierce. I think everyone understands that, and if someone doesn't, then they will have to understand it.
Could we see Valverde playing as a right-back again tomorrow?
Yes, Valverde could play. This is something I still have to analyze. Lucas could also play, although he has just returned from injury and played the entire last match. The same goes for David Alaba. I have to think about what kind of lineup we will prepare, and I will decide. Although, let me tell you, I already have the starting lineup for tomorrow's match decided, but I won't tell you.
Luka Modrić is currently the oldest player in La Liga, yet he continues to showcase his great quality. Would you be in favor of him renewing for another season with the club?
I don't like to talk about contract renewals, just as I didn't talk about them last season. This is a matter that the club will discuss with the players as always. That's how it was last season with Nacho and with Toni Kroos. That's also how it was with Luka Modrić. The club's legends can decide and do what they want. That's the club's policy. So they will sit down to talk, and they will decide what is best for everyone.
You said that David Alaba could play once a week. How is Alaba physically after playing 70 minutes?
Yes, David Alaba played 70 minutes, and his knee responded well. He feels good, and his knee is in perfect condition. His knee has recovered very well, and he feels comfortable. So he is fully recovered. Obviously, we need to be cautious with him, not because of his knee, but rather due to potential muscle issues. We must remember that he has only recently returned to playing after 14 months.
The president of La Liga has said that he is a Madridista, but that he feels ashamed to be one. Do you think there are Madridistas who feel ashamed of being Madrid fans, or is this just a Tebas thing?
Well, I don't know what kind of shame he is talking about, but I believe all Madridistas are proud to be fans of this club.
You said that Asensio still had some technical weaknesses. What weaknesses does Asensio have?
Did I really say that Asensio has technical weaknesses? Well, I was mistaken, because if I really said that, then I made a mistake. Obviously, he is a very young player who still has a lot to learn. He has to adapt to the playing style of his teammates on the field. We are working with him just as we do with all the young players in the team and in the academy. We provide them with guidance and advice to improve their game. Young players can learn a lot, but technical weaknesses in Asensio are not something we are working on. We are not working on his technique, but we are working on his tactics, because he is a very intense and aggressive player. So he needs to learn how to use that, especially in the defensive area, because playing with too much aggression in the box is not ideal. It could result in us conceding a penalty.
Last week marked 2 years since evidence emerged in the Negreira case, proving that Barcelona paid the vice president of referees for 17 years. Under Spanish law, some offences have already expired. The president of La Liga said that if they hadn't expired, Barcelona would have been relegated to the second division. But 2 years later, nothing has happened under Spanish law, and there hasn't even been a trial. Do you think that if this had happened with Real Madrid instead of Barcelona, the outcome would have been different?
Well, this is something I cannot answer. The only thing I know is that there is a judicial process ongoing at the moment. I believe everyone is waiting for some kind of resolution on this matter. The entire football world has been very patient for 2 years. I think we must continue to be patient, because in the end, a judicial decision will be announced.
You said that young players have to go through a process at Real Madrid. Do you see Endrick as having the necessary qualities that Vinicius or Rodrigo had to go through this period and then establish himself in the team?
Well, if we talk about characteristics, Endrick will not be like Rodrigo or Vinicius. Endrick has different qualities, but he will be a great striker. I have no doubt about that. So there is no Endrick case either. We will see what happens later.
Today is Arda Güler's birthday. Don't you think that young players nowadays lack patience? Why do young players want to succeed as soon as they arrive? Do you think they don't understand how difficult it is to be part of Real Madrid?
I am with the young players on the team every day, with Arda and with Endrick. This is how it is every day. Sometimes I see Arda happy, and other times I see him less happy, but this is completely normal, because I don't want to see a player happy when he is not playing. I want to see a player who wants to play and who works hard. I want to see a player who learns and simply wants to play. So this all seems absolutely normal to me. But this is only a small part of Arda's time that I see. He spends most of his time with other people, and I don't know if those people share the same perspective as I do. I don't know if they have the same plan that I have, which is for him to improve and train so that he can soon become part of Real Madrid's lineup. So this is a lack of communication.